everyone has goals, right? But not everyone achieves their goals. Let's be real. You may know what you should do, but you don't always just do it. Why is that? And how can we develop the discipline needed to stick with the commitments we make with ourselves so we can achieve our goals? Hi, it's Jen. I'm starting tomorrow. Ever use that term? I am so guilty of using that term. I always used to say, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start tomorrow. And the problem with this whole I will start tomorrow thing is that we get addicted to saying it. Because, come on, tomorrow arrives, and then we still feel exactly the same way we felt the day before because the feeling of being ready never actually comes. And so we just say, I'll do it tomorrow all over again, and the cycle continues. The tomorrow we are waiting for never arrives, and the goal never gets accomplished. The reality is, you'll never, ever fully feel ready. And here's the thing, opportunities that change your life don't care if you're ready. I remember my very first media segment was not supposed to be my media segment. I was not ready. I was just tagging along with my fiance, Chris, to one of his media segments on a morning news show. I was like the supportive girlfriend with no makeup on, wearing jeans, leather jacket, thinking I'm just gonna sit in the background, take some photos, look cute, cheer on my fiance, my boyfriend at the time. And I walk in and the producer comes up to me in the green room, holding a microphone and says, wanna be in the segment? And my immediate reaction was, hell no. I am not camera ready. I was not prepared for this. I am not in my outfit. I do not have makeup on. I don't know what to say. But then this little voice from deep down popped in and said, you better get your ass on that couch, Jen. You better do this media segment. Opportunities don't wait until you're ready. So I said, yes, I was not ready at all, but I trusted that the universe wouldn't have given me the opportunity if I couldn't rise to the occasion. I stepped onto the soundstage with Chris and I crushed it. Want to know the strategies I use to develop discipline, to stick with commitments and follow through? You're in luck because I got them for you right here. Let's dive in. Rule number 1, practice doing things you don't feel like doing. The secret to success is mastering the ability to feel discomfort, and we have to practice feeling discomfort in order to get better at it. Tip number 2, ask for help. I'm about to teach you a tool that is absolutely going to change your life. This works 100% of the time if you do it. I'm going to teach you how to get whatever you want in 20 days or less by leveraging the power of your own network. And you may be thinking, Jen, I don't have a network. I don't know a lot of people. You know way more people than you think, and I'm going to show you. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take out a piece of paper and you are going to make it look like this with 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. And at the top, you're going to write top 20 because that's what this is. It's the top 20 list. And then I want you to choose a goal that you're going to focus on, okay? And you're gonna write that goal somewhere at the top. For this example, let's write the goal of getting in the media. So I'm gonna write media. In this column right here, you're going to do a dump list. What do I mean by dump list? A stream of conscious list, meaning not thinking, just writing, of 20 people that you know in your life that can help you get this goal. In our example, 20 people that you may know from your entire life network, meaning your family, your friends, your next door neighbors, your college roommate, anyone that you've ever met in your entire life that has any connection to anybody in the media. Or if you're trying to get in front of a certain audience, or you're trying to get on a certain stage, or you're trying to get clients, maybe anybody that you know that could connect you to your dream client, okay? But for this case, media. You're gonna write 20 names down. And your mind might say, Jen, okay, fine, I know 20 people, but I could never reach out to those people because I haven't spoken to them in ages. Doesn't matter, write their name down. We don't care about talking to them yet. Just write their name down. After you have your 20 people, you move on over to this column and you're gonna write influence. And you are going to rank these people on a scale of 1 to 10 on how influential they are. Now, not how influential they are like how many Instagram followers they have. How influential are they in getting you what you want? So how influential are they in connecting you to your goal? Okay, you're gonna rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. Then you're gonna move on over to this column, and on the top, you're gonna write help. And you're going to rank these same people on a scale of 1 to 10 on how likely they are to help you. Then in this column, you're gonna write total, and you're gonna have a grand total score of all the people. Now, this is how this works. So we're talking about the media. Let's say that your sister is dating the editor-in-chief at Forbes magazine. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's somebody that you know that could connect you to the media. So you would write, let's say your sister's name is Kim. So you would write Kim, your sister here. Now, how influential is Kim in getting you the connection to her boyfriend that is the editor-in-chief? Well, if she's dating him, I would say it's like a 9 or a 10, right? She's pretty influential. So let's give Kim a 10, okay? Then I move on over to the next column. How likely is Kim to help me? Well, if I have a good relationship with my sister, hopefully I would, then she would be like a 9 or a 10. Maybe we got into a fight yesterday, so maybe it's a 9, okay? And then your grand score for Kim would be a 19. But let's use an example of somebody maybe that we don't know that well. So let's say your old college roommate that you haven't spoken to in 20 years, let's say his name is Rob. Rob works for your local news station. Wow. You don't even necessarily know what he does for the local news station, but you know that he works there, okay? But you haven't spoken to him in a really, really, really long time. So influence, I would say Rob works at the local news station. I would say he's like a 9 because we don't really know what his job is there, but he's pretty influential because he works there. And then how likely is he to help you? Well, you haven't spoken to Rob in a really long time, like 20 years. So you would have to build that relationship up. So I would say maybe he's like a 2 on the how likely he is to help you, right? What you're gonna do after you have all 20 people here, you're going to rank these scores in order from highest to lowest, okay? So they're perfect here. Kim would be at the top, then Rob, then all of the rest. And then what you're going to do is you're going to reach out to those people one at a time. But you're in luck because the people at the top of the list, they've got the highest scores. They're likely to help you, they're influential, and you can just ask them for help. You can go up to your sister Kim and you can say, Kim, oh my God, I really want to be in the media. It's one of my goals this year. I have a great pitch. Could you please connect me to your boyfriend? She's going to be excited and happy to help you, okay? Now, when you get down to the people like the Robs with the lower scores that you haven't spoken to in a long time, you can't just ask them for help. It's not gonna work because you haven't spoken to them in a while. You have to rebuild that relationship. So instead of asking them for help, you're gonna go ahead and do something to help them because you wanna rebuild that relationship. And the best way to build a relationship is to provide value to somebody. That's the thing. People at the top of the list, you're gonna ask for help. People at the bottom of the list, you're gonna do one thing to provide value for them. And don't ask them what they need help with. That turns into like a homework assignment. I don't like it when people ask me what I need help with. Just figure out what they need help with. Everybody needs help with something. And I promise you that if you do this top 20 list and you put 20 people on it and you go through it one at a time, you will get whatever it is your goal is in 20 days or less. Okay, now that you have your top 20 list, let's move along to rule number 3. Make no your new bestie, okay? It is impossible to go through life without rejection. If we can make friends with the word no, we will be unstoppable because we will have a lot less fear in going towards our goals. I mean, think about it. If you weren't worried about being rejected, how much more would you ask for? How much more would you take action? The thing that I like to remember is that every no is actually just a yes in disguise to something else. Think back to every time you got rejected in life. Did that eventually lead to another outcome that was actually even better? Probably. And I'm just speaking for myself here. It has for me for sure. Every no is actually for you. It's there to help you grow. It's there to help you pivot. It's there to help you redirect. It's there to help you tell amazing stories on the other side of the no. So next time you hear no, say thank you because something better is always on the way. That brings me to rule number 4, the rule of 51%. There are so many people out there, I'm not gonna say who, that will just say you have to grind to the death and you have to believe 100% of the time and put in 100% of the effort. That's exhausting. We are human beings and we do not necessarily always believe in anything 100% or can take action 100%. There's always gonna be a little bit of doubt, a little bit of fear. All you need to do is believe or do a little bit more than you don't. Take the pressure off, just a little bit more. Just 51%. That 51% of belief or 51% of effort or 51% of enthusiasm will get you to that first win. And that first win is going to give you the momentum, the motivation, and the confidence to go do it again and then maybe get to 52% and then 53%. So 51% is all you need. Rule number 5, put fear in the passenger seat of the car. Fear is actually just false evidence appearing real. In fact, fear is a dirty, dirty liar, and here is how it comes in and tells us lies to keep us from taking action. First, FOMO, and not the type of FOMO that you feel when all your friends are at a party and you're like, oh my God, I'm FOMOing so hard. I'm talking fear of missed opportunity. When you are sitting there scrolling on Instagram and you see something that somebody else is doing and you're like, oh my God, that should be me. And then you just stop and you don't take action because you feel like everybody else has got it going on and you don't. That's just fear. Another one, comparisonitis, that dirty disease that makes us look at other people and compare ourselves to them and think, oh my God, they're so much better than me, so you don't take action. Well, that's fear, because fear's whole job is to keep us from taking action. And then imposter syndrome, good old imposter syndrome. That feeling of, oh, I'm not good enough to do this. Who the hell am I to be doing this thing? I should just not do it. Well, fear wins again. Your inaction is fear's goal. And then another one is disease to please. Have you ever dimmed your light because you didn't want to upset somebody else, or you didn't want to make somebody else feel bad, so you just didn't shine as much, or you didn't stand up for what you believed in, or you didn't take action? Fear. Another one is perfectionism. If you are a perfectionist, let me know in the comments below, because I am a recovering perfectionist, and perfectionism is not a good quality. It is simply fear, because as long as you're waiting for something to be perfect to take action, then you're not taking action because it's never going to be perfect. I hate to break it to you. And last but not least is analysis paralysis. There are so many options. I'm just waiting to figure out which is the right one for me. I'm waiting for the universe to give me a sign of which way I should go. As long as we are in indecision, we are not taking action. So that is fear. So whenever you experience any of those emotions or traits, I guess, or ways that fear comes in and lies, just acknowledge that it's fear. And what I like to do is I like to talk to fear. I say, hey, fear. What's up, fear? I see you, I hear you. I know that you're just trying to keep me safe. I know that you're just trying to keep me from taking action because the action that I'm going to take is gonna make me feel really uncomfortable. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I wanna be successful. So I'm gonna put you in the passenger seat of the car, okay? You're gonna buckle your seatbelt, you're not gonna touch the radio, you're not gonna touch the steering wheel. I am driving, you just sit there. And together, we will take action because you can't get rid of fear, fear is gonna be there. You're a human, congratulations, you're gonna feel fear. And it doesn't matter how successful you become, new levels, new devils, you'll always feel fear, and that's a good sign. It means you're heading in the right direction. The key is to not be fearless. The key is to put fear there on your back or put it in the passenger seat of the car, put it next to you, put your arm around it, and take action with fear there anyway. And the more we practice doing that, the better we get. Here's the thing. Every day, we are creating our reality by the way that we choose to show up. And we get good at making that choice, even when it's hard, by practicing. Practice! There will always be a reason why you shouldn't, why the timing isn't right. If you wait for the right time to do things you want to do, the opportunities will pass you by, and you will wake up years later, year after year, in the same place with the same desires, waiting for the time to be right. When you take action before you're ready, I guarantee that you will always look back and be happy you did. It may not be perfect, it may be a little bit messy, but that makes for a much better story on the other side. The only time I ever regret anything is when I miss an opportunity and don't act on something that I want. And it's usually because of fear. And then it passes me by. The beautiful thing about life is that we get to choose how we want to show up. We get to decide every single day what we want to create and who we want to be and how we want things to go. But here's a super duper majorly important reminder. We are humans and we're gonna mess up. We're gonna fail, we're gonna get rejected. Things aren't gonna be perfect. They're not gonna go as planned. But those failures are gonna be the most powerful moments for growth because every time you fail, you learn. It's up to us to pick ourselves right back up and keep choosing to take action towards what we want now instead of waiting for tomorrow. So I hope that this video put some fire under your butt to go show up in a different way today, put fear in the passenger seat of the car, and drive towards your goals. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel so that we can create more epic stuff together. Grateful for you.